Hello YouTube and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about college, specifically 20 things that I wish that I had honestly known about college before I started. Just to give you some backstory, I am 22, I'm still a freshman, and that is because, for one, I didn't go to school right after I graduated, and two, is because I have changed my college a lot, and I don't know what it is about this generation that just keeps changing their colleges, but that is something that we keep doing. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to, I don't really care anymore. Like if you want to subscribe. If you don't, you don't. Anyways, 20 things I wish I knew before starting college. Number 1, procrastination. So I'm a big procrastinator. I know, that word is scary. I have been working on that, and I feel like with each semester I get better, but I will say, like, I am very prone to it if I let myself. And that's why I've been trying to practice more like discipline, and just also putting screen time on my phone. Like social media, I feel like is really a big part of it, because I feel like all of us, we're prone to getting on our cell phones or getting distracted very easily. So that is something I'm still working on, but I say if you are a big procrastinator and you take that with you to college, that is the biggest mistake of your life. I literally had to do a SAP appeal in school because of it. And I'm a good student. Like, I was in all honors classes when I was in high school and AP, and I'm just a procrastinator sometimes. You just have to really get out of that, and you have to tell yourself, do it right now. Or like I said, like I just said, if you are a procrastinator, just start it right now. Like right that second, as soon as you get your work. But yeah. Number 2, your GPA matters if you want further schooling. This is something I did not know. My mom told me. But if you want to get you like a master's degree, or if you want to just like further your education like later on in years, you have to make good grades in college. I don't care about the whole C's get degrees thing. You can't do that. It's not something you can do. If you're telling yourself like, oh yeah, like I want to go back to school, you can't do that. You won't be able to. All right, next. Your syllabus is your best friend. Something I should have taken more seriously. And I've just now started taking it seriously. I did not look at my syllabus once, one semester, like at all, hardly, until like towards the end. And my mom had to literally tell me, I'm at home on college online because I have my whole desktop set up. So I'm very lucky for that, but also I still need to be more mature enough to know, use my syllabus, do this, do that, without being told. But like I said, I'm one of those people, like in high school, I could skate through basically and still get good grades. Like I could barely do my homework, barely study, and I would get good grades sometimes. But in college, you can't do that. There's so much workload, it's not even possible for you to just skate on by. If you do that, you will go downhill. So always use your syllabus, because it has like your grading system for that class. It has like what is really a big percentage of the course. It tells you what you're going to be learning. Like you could literally look at that and you could even study ahead. Like who knows? Like if that's what you want to do, look at your syllabus, and I'm telling you, it will save you. Not every class is worth textbook price. So textbooks, I feel like if you can, look for the textbook elsewhere, like before like classes start. Like be early on this. And if you cannot necessarily find it anywhere online for free or like a lower price, go ahead and buy it, is what I say. Like sometimes it's a necessary purchase. Go ahead and buy it. Like me personally, I'm still working on saving money. That's something like I have to really do. But yeah, I would say if you can find it somewhere else, do that. But if you just cannot find it anywhere else, just go ahead and buy it full price. It's okay to not find your people right away. Okay. Like I said, I'm in college online, so technically there's not much I can say about this, and then I don't really speak to much of my high school friends, and that's just my preference because I feel like I was always the one putting in that energy of friendship and it wasn't reciprocated. So I don't really talk to them. So making friends in college is a bit difficult, just a little bit, but sometimes you just have to put yourself out there. I would also say, and then, but it's also kind of hard. Like I'm saying this as an introvert, like it's so easy. It's really not. But I would say, like I said, it's okay to not find your people right away. Like you don't need to have to find them like this, because then you're gonna force it and you're gonna find people that you don't want to hang around. So I would say just take your time. Your people will come to you, and I feel like I don't have much to say because, like I said, I am online. But I would say maybe try finding clubs and like stuff around your city too, or wherever you live, and you can just meet people like when you go to stuff like that. Like you could take an art class. Maybe you could take up sports. Like I don't know. Like I know I took a ballet class like somewhere in my city. Well, outside of my city a little bit. But yeah, like if you want, that's something that you can do. You don't have to go to every party to have a social life. I am not the partying type whatsoever. Like I have known this for a while. I get like kind of anxiety like in large groups, and that's something I'm also still working on. But I would say it's okay to go to parties, but just as long as it's not all of the time. You don't need to party every day and every night. Like that's gonna get in the way of your study time, your sleep, and you're gonna be a dropout at that rate. Like I'm just being real. Like I'm being real with y'all. Okay, quality friends. This is basically what I was just talking about. You don't have to find your people right away, but I definitely think finding quality friends over the quantity, because you don't need a big group. I have been in friend groups. Some of them break apart. Some of them are just like really just forced, and you're not actually friends. You're just friends of convenience. So I would say like just take your time. Like it's not a rush. Me saying that as somebody that is always in a rush for stuff, I can't. Okay, budgeting is key. So there's this thing called the 50-30-20 rule. So 50% would be like the bills and stuff, like the really important things, like your priorities. 30% would be like less important stuff, like, well, not less important, but your smaller stuff, like the shampoo, conditioner, skincare, all that, the stuff that you actually need. And then the 20% is the stuff that you don't really need but you might want, and maybe that you're just like, oh, I can get that another time. Like recently I was thinking about getting a microphone. I can get that another time. I don't have to get that right now. But yeah, budgeting is definitely key. That's something you're gonna have to do and learn. Okay, group projects. I have not had a bad, okay, did I? So group projects, I have not personally had any bad experiences, but I do know that some people have. So I feel like if you get in a group project and you get someone that just doesn't want to work, they don't want to do anything, they don't want to help, this is gonna sound so juvenile, but tell the teacher. Like, I literally don't care. Tell the teacher. I'm not getting an F because you don't want to pull your weight. I'm going to do my side of the project, and then towards the end, I'm going to check in with that person. And if you're still not done, I'm going to the professor. I'm not doing all this. What do I look like? So, yeah, let your professor know and let them handle it, because why sacrifice your own grade? Alright, time management is everything. So this goes in with procrastination. Like I said, I'm still trying to do better with this. But basically, if you really, like, you're just like super terrible with time management and you're not good with it, you need to start being more disciplined with yourself. What is getting in the way of you doing your schoolwork? Like, try to think hard, like, about all of the things that get you distracted, whether it be your phone, whether it be maybe even the people in your that you're around. or maybe you're going out all the time instead of actually just doing your homework, just stay at home. You don't have to go out every night. Or if maybe you're like me, maybe you're like, oh, this like environment, like it's always the same. Go to the library, go to a cafe. Me personally, I can't really go to a cafe. I start just noticing everything around me, and I'm just like, not my style, not my speed. The library is something I really liked. So if that's something you can, somewhere you can go to the library, go study. Okay, dealing with rude professors. This is the one. So I've had a few experiences with rude professors and them saying like rude comments to me, which once I will say I did like kind of went tit for tat for them for that moment, because they had said something like, oh well, I told you about this, and I was like, oh yeah, like my grandmother passed away, so I didn't know. Like, yeah, I pulled that card. I did. Like, I was going through a lot. But anyways, so yeah, dealing with rude professors, there's this thing that they do at the end of the year where you can rate your professor. Write down all the stuff, I would say, that they've done throughout the year, or like just make a mental note of the stuff that you feel like they could have done better on, and just rate them. Like, I will say, be brutally honest. Be brutally honest, because it might help the next people that take that class. And also, it's going to help the school know that that teacher or that professor is not helping and doing anything. Like, I literally had a professor, she did not do a single thing the entire time. And maybe that's because we were online, I don't know. She was she was kind of impossible to get, like, in touch with. And people in general at my campus are impossible to get in touch with. But that was just, that was literally too much. That whole semester was too much for me. But eventually, I made it through. Okay, by the grace of God. Sleep is more important than all-nighters. Okay, I'm 50-50 on this. I think sleep is very important. But if you're behind, pull an all-nighter. It's not going to hurt you. Like, I feel like if you have a important exam, you should have studied earlier. At that point, you should have just studied earlier. But if it's like a small test, like maybe it's like just like a 30 question test, I say, yeah, pull an all-nighter. But if it's like an exam, go to sleep. Just go to sleep and study. Just study as much as you can up until the point of the test at that point. Because at that point, like, you need to be actually like alert. And this is me saying that, and I'm like, bro, I have insomnia or something. Actually, no, recently my doctor told me it's my anemia. But basically, yeah, I've been having some insomnia, and that's what led to me, like, kind of struggling my last semester. But definitely, I'm going to be doing better this semester. Okay, it's okay to change majors. I have changed my major only once. I don't really like change, and I don't like changing my major, because I feel like once you choose it, like, it should just be that one, you know? But that's just me personally. But if you need to change your major, change your major. And I might even change it again. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to, like, see, like, do I like this major? Do I like these classes? Is this interesting to me? Does this does it grasp my attention? Like, the stuff that we're talking about. Like, those are some things you need to be more aware of. Okay, you don't need your whole life figured out. So, goes in with the majors, because I have literally, when I first started picking out schools to go to, I almost applied for psychology. No, just absolutely not. Like, I don't need to do that. I almost applied to psychology. I went from psychology to dental student to nursing, like physician's assistant. I went to tech, then back to nursing. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, but honestly, I think that I have a good grasp of what I want to do with my life. Like, what field I want to work in. So, don't overload your schedule first semester. This is something that I did, and I was so stressed out. I didn't know. Most of my mom and my brother, they told me that they didn't take as many classes as I took. I think I took like 4 classes. I was full-time, and I know you're thinking, oh, that's nothing. Bro, if you know you're not good with time management, you're not good with that you're a procrastinator, like heavily, that you basically skated through, take small amounts, like do part-time classes, because if you take on all of those and then you fail them, that's it, especially if you're on financial aid. So be very aware of, like, just careful about that, about how much you're like putting on your schedule. Like if you're taking all of your major classes, I took like, I think 3 major classes. Well, no, I took 2 major classes, and I think I also took like English and something else, and it was a lot. So be very careful about what you're putting on your schedule. Take at least one fun class. I have taken art. For me, history was fun. I love history. I love learning about the past and stuff like that, so that was really fun for me. But yeah, if you want to take a fun class, then do it. Like, you might even find some other passions that you didn't even know that you had. RSVP for free events. So I have done this. I went to this thing called, it was like a friend thing they were doing where you get to like make friends. I made a few friends, but no like lifelong friends. Like it was okay, it was cool, like acquaintances, it's whatever. But I would say go to them. You never know. You might meet your best friend there for life. Who knows? Mental health is just as important as physical health. Take care of your mental health. Always put yourself first. Do not put your major above your mental health. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, as me as a Christian, I always say, if God don't do it, it won't get done. Simply put. If you're not a Christian, then all I can say is it'll get done eventually. Like, don't freak out about it, you know? And basically, I know this is like really bad to say, but sometimes if I feel like I might fail, or like, how should I word this? You would look at like all the percentages of stuff that's like really important in the semester, and basically if the exam is majority of the class, I wouldn't really worry about my grade. Simply put, like if I feel like the exam is basically gonna boost my grade back up after I've basically been like almost nearing, like maybe I'm like at a 70, to me that's almost failing. Like, I don't care what you say, 70 is failing, darn near. So if the exam percentage is higher, I would just honestly worry about the exam at that point. Start studying then for your final. Okay. Learn basic research skills early. So, yes, research skills are very important. You need to know where you're going to be researching at, which sources you're going to be using. Also, don't forget to cite your source, because you will get in so much trouble for that. Please cite your sources. Please cite your sources. Please cite your sources. Okay? Remember that. Ingrain it into your mind. Study smart than studying long. Yes. Just yes. Do not study in a way that you know that you're not going to comprehend what you're looking at. Like, if you're just, me personally, like I said, I've never been the type to study. I've just now started. I used to just look at notes and do like this, or I just listen to the teacher. But since I'm at home, I can't do that. I can't just skate off of that and just like listen and then not pay attention to my notes. Actually study my notes. So you need to try to go like to find a quiet place, or just somewhere you know that you're going to be able to sit down and effectively study efficiently. But yeah, these are things that I wish that I had known when I had started college, and I found them out along the way, so that's why I'm making this video, so you guys know, and you can take some of my advice and things that I've done, take my mistakes and learn, and not make the same ones that I made. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, push the post notification bell to be alerted for my videos. Let me know down in the comment section which one of these tips helped you. And yeah.